You know, many CEOs miss the luxury gold rush that's hiding in plain sight. I once watched a CEO transform a £50 coffee bean into a £200 master roasters selection in under 90 days. Same bean, same supplier, 400% price increase. And customers couldn't get enough. I'm David White, and for 4 decades I've helped companies like Cartier, Ernst Young and Disney transform from commodity providers into the premium market leaders we know of them today. I'm going to show you the 3 specific strategies that luxury brands use to charge 300% more for essentially the same thing, and why your biggest competitors might actually be your greatest asset in achieving premium positioning. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to identify your premium positioning opportunity, and I'll give you the exact framework that one cybersecurity company used to go from £500 training sessions to £15,000 executive briefings. Stick around. Let me start with a story that changed everything for me. I was consulting for a luxury goods company, and before you ask, yes, it was actually Cartier, when their CEO mentioned they were struggling with counterfeit competitors. Now, most CEOs would see this as a crisis, but here's what we did instead. We turned those counterfeit products into inadvertent marketing. Think about it. Criminals only copy things that are valuable enough to steal. So we created an authentication program that turned every purchase into an exclusive membership. Result? Sales up 40% that year. Entry-level pieces went from £5,000 to £8,000. The counterfeits didn't disappear. They became proof of authenticity. But here's the thing that most CEOs miss. It's what I call the luxury positioning paradox. You see, most CEOs think luxury is about having the best product. It's not. It's about having the right story, the right scarcity, and making the right people feel special about their choice. During my search engine marketing days, I ran London's first search engine marketing company for nearly 20 years. I worked with everyone from mining companies to coffee manufacturers. And the luxury brands all had one thing in common. They were proudly excluding people from their customer base. I had a high-end car client. Instead of advertising affordable luxury, we positioned them as by invitation only. And suddenly people who could afford any car needed to prove they were worthy of this one. The waiting list became longer than the delivery time. Deposits increased 200%. Through decades of these transformations, I've identified 3 non-negotiable elements, and let me break them down for you. First, manufactured scarcity. Now, this isn't about limited inventory, it's about exclusive access points. I had a FMCG client take standard coffee beans and create a master roasters selection, available only to subscribers who completed a coffee education program. Same beans, 400% price increase, 18-month waiting list. Second, aspirational storytelling. Your customers aren't buying products, they're buying membership in an exclusive club. A financial services client transformed standard investment advisory into wealth preservation for multi-generational families. Identical service, but now they won't consider anything less than 2 million minimum investments. Third, strategic gatekeeping. The luxury market rewards those who make customers work for the privilege of purchasing. I know this sounds backwards, but I've watched companies increase revenues by making their sales process more difficult, not easier. Now, here's where most CEOs completely miss the opportunity. Luxury positioning isn't just for handbags and champagne. I worked with a cybersecurity training company competing on price in a commoditized market. We repositioned them as the discretionary choice for organizations that can't afford to fail. They went from training 200 people per month at £500 each to training 20 C-suite executives per month at £15,000. Same expertise, different positioning, exponentially better margins. Here's something that'll blow your mind. In the luxury market, your competition can actually strengthen your position. When I worked with mining companies on defensive PR, we discovered that having vocal critics actually enhanced their premium positioning. Why? Because it meant they were significant enough to attract attention. Every new entrant proves there's money in your space. Every criticism proves you're doing something worth talking about. Every imitation proves you're worth copying. Look, the luxury market isn't shrinking, it's exploding. Whilst mass markets face commoditization and price pressure, premium segments are growing at double-digit rates. The question isn't whether there's opportunity in luxury positioning, it's whether you'll claim your piece before your competitors do. The transformation starts with one simple question. What would happen if we stopped competing on price and started competing on prestige? The answer might surprise you and your shareholders. If you want to discover the premium positioning opportunities hiding in your business, I've got 2 ways to help you. First, join my newsletter at The Authority Figure. I'll put the link below for weekly insights on premium positioning strategies. Or let's discuss your specific situation on a complimentary strategy call. Book your authority assessment call using the Calendly link in the description. Because in the luxury market, the right positioning doesn't just change your prices, it changes your entire business trajectory. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.